Amid the fallout from a crushing Champions League exit and growing noise around the future of Arne Slot, a major sack update has emerged, and it completely flips the narrative surrounding Liverpool's next move. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. According to the ever-reliable David Ornstein of The Athletic, the situation behind the scenes at Anfield is far calmer and far more calculated than many expected. In fact, Ornstein delivered a clear and definitive update. All of our information is that Fenway Sports Group, the ownership, the sporting hierarchy at Liverpool, they intend to stick with Arne Slot. That alone will raise eyebrows, but it doesn't stop there. Even with a very real possibility of missing out on Champions League football, the stance remains unchanged. From the conversations I've had, even if there's no Champions League football, that's the intention. No panic, no reactionary decision making. Instead, a firm commitment to the long-term project currently being built under Slot. And perhaps most telling of all is what comes next. They would like to go into next season with him and give him a chance with the new signings. The new signings are going to continue, from what we hear. I think there are 4 or 5 starting positions that Liverpool will feel they still need to work on as part of this project. This is where the story truly shifts from uncertainty to intent. Liverpool aren't preparing for a reset, they're preparing for a rebuild with purpose. The club hierarchy, led by FSG, appear ready to double down rather than walk away. Multiple starting positions are already being targeted, suggesting a significant summer overhaul is on the horizon. So while the outside world questions Slot, inside Anfield, the belief hasn't wavered. This isn't a manager on the brink. This is a manager about to be backed. In other news, Liverpool's season has been rocked by a devastating development that stretches far beyond a single result or performance. What initially appeared to be a concerning injury has now escalated into one of the most serious setbacks a footballer can suffer, with Echitik staring at a prolonged spell on the sidelines that could reshape both his career trajectory and Liverpool's attacking plans for the foreseeable future. During the 2-0 defeat to Paris Saint-Germain at Anfield, the 23-year-old striker collapsed off the ball in distress, immediately signaling that something was badly wrong. The severity of the situation became clear almost instantly. According to Julien Laurent, citing sources close to the player, Echitik heard his Achilles snap before going down in agony, a detail that underlines just how catastrophic the injury is. Stretchered off in tears and leaving the stadium early, the emotional toll was evident, but beyond the immediate concern lies a far more damaging reality. Echitik is now expected to be sidelined for anywhere between 9 and 12 months, with the injury widely understood to be a ruptured Achilles. That timeline places his earliest possible return around January 2027, with April 2027 a more cautious projection depending on rehabilitation progress. For Liverpool, this is more than just losing a player. It is losing a key component of their evolving attacking identity under Arne Slot. Echitik's movement, technical ability, and growing influence in the final third have begun to establish him as a central figure in Slot's system. Now, those plans must be torn up and rewritten. Achilles injuries are notoriously unforgiving. They do not simply sideline players, they often redefine them. Recovery is long, grueling, and uncertain. Even once a player returns, regaining explosiveness, confidence, and rhythm can take months, sometimes longer. There is no guarantee Echitik will come back as the same player, and history offers a sobering reminder of that reality. His former PSG teammate Presnel Kimpembe endured a similarly brutal ordeal, missing close to 2 years after suffering an Achilles rupture. While every case differs, it highlights the potential long-term implications of such an injury, both physically and mentally. In the short term, Liverpool must adapt quickly. With Echitik unavailable, Slot is left to reshuffle his attacking options, leaning on Alexander Isak, Cody Gakpo, and Federico Chiesa to fill the void. However, even that trio presents complications. Isak is only just returning from a broken leg and looked far from match sharp against PSG, while Chiesa's future at the club remains uncertain. Amid speculation, he could be moved on. That leaves Gakpo as the most immediate solution through the middle, with the Dutch forward now expected to shoulder significant responsibility, starting as soon as the upcoming Merseyside derby. In turn, opportunities will open up elsewhere, most notably for 17-year-old Rio Ngamoha, who could see increased involvement as Liverpool look to manage their attacking depth carefully. Yet, the consequences extend even further, with Mohamed Salah set to depart at the end of the season and Chiesa potentially following him out of the door. Echitik's absence creates a major structural problem in Liverpool's forward line. What may have been viewed as a position requiring minor reinforcement has now become a priority area for investment. Recruitment plans will inevitably be accelerated. Liverpool are unlikely to enter a new season without a reliable, fully fit focal point in attack, and Echitik's injury forces the club into the market with far greater urgency than anticipated. But beyond tactics, transfers and timelines, the focus, at least for now, must remain on the player himself. At 23, Echitik faces the toughest challenge of his career. The road to recovery will demand patience, resilience, and relentless work behind the scenes, far from the spotlight of match days and headlines. For Liverpool, it is a moment of recalibration. For Echitik, it is a test of character. And for everyone watching, it is a stark reminder of how quickly football can shift, from promise and momentum to uncertainty and rebuild in the space of a single, devastating moment. Ultimately, this is a moment that forces Liverpool to confront both the fragility and unpredictability of elite football. What once looked like a forward line evolving with clarity and purpose has suddenly been thrown into uncertainty, with long-term planning now colliding with immediate necessity. Decisions that may have been penciled in for future transfer windows will now be brought forward, and the margin for error in recruitment has all but disappeared. For Arne Slot, this represents one of his toughest challenges since taking charge, not just tactically, but in maintaining momentum and belief within a squad that has already endured a turbulent campaign. How Liverpool respond in the coming months, both on the pitch and in the market, could define the trajectory of his tenure. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.